hustle and motivate my man, always holding me down. I got 2 questions, Hustle. Back for day, what's up? How am I sounding? Do you hear Iron Harvest music in the background? That's number 2. And is the music too loud? Is it just right? Let me know how that sounded. Hustle, my man. I'll see you in there. Need some real-time feedback. Chance. All right, so the music's a bit loud. I appreciate that. Appreciate that. We're gonna work on that right now. Gonna bring that down. All right. So I turn it down just a little. All right. It's still drowning me out. I can turn myself up though. Okay. What about now, Hustle? Let me know how that sounded. 1 2 1 2. Mic check. Mic check. So yeah, we're gonna get this thing going, man. We're gonna have the Iron Devs pull up. Oh, thank you, I also appreciate it. The devs are gonna pull up. We're gonna do a rematch, you know what I'm saying? And Lord Addict and my man Snaldo and Undead, you know what I'm saying? Our audio seems even as good, so we're gonna get them in the room. I just want to do a mic check so you can see Undead, Addict, Snaldo. If you could talk to the people real quick, just want to make sure they can hear you.
Testing.
All right.
Hello? Hello, hello, hello.
All right, all right. Petey. Petey's in the bushes. It's not a good start. It's not a good start.
Hi.
There we go. Let's get this voice action going. Mm-hmm. Petey, you there? Talk to the people, man, if you're there. But if not, Petey might have to be unmuted. It is what it is. But yeah, you know what time it is, y'all. We're gonna do the rematch. So, oh, there, Petey, you there? I don't know what's going on, Petey. He sees his mic move, but he ain't talking just yet. But yeah, the rematch is going down. New content, Iron Harvest, that Operation Eagle. You know what I mean? And we're gonna put some things to the test, man. We're gonna get some games going and codes going and stuff like that. All right, Hustle says the audio is good. So we will be right back. I am going to mute. And yeah, man, expect to have some fun in the realm. A little friendly competition. So we see y'all in a bit. Woods, what's going on? Shout out to Darren Cologne with the $5 super chat. Thank you. He said, we know COG trying to compete with Far Cry 6 intro. The match will last 5 minutes and then we've done. Hey, it's going to be competitive, hopefully. But look, guys, we are working out a little bit of the kinks. We're just getting the matchup set up between the Iron Harvest developers and, of course, the Iron Lords and lordsofgaming.net. So as soon as we get that straightened out, should be a couple more minutes, we will start the matchup, Operation Eagle, that new content everybody's excited about. So appreciate your patience. Hopefully a few more minutes, and we'll get the matchup going. See you in a bit. And we are finally live. Thank you for your patience. The Iron Harvest developers versus the Iron Lords. The rematch has returned fresh on that Operation Eagle DLC. We are super pumped, super excited. We got to get the competition going. It's going to be hot and heavy, but we got to do a couple of introductions. Of course, let's start with our esteemed guest, the Iron Harvest devs. First, the legend, Sir Toby, PR manager at Warhorse Studios. Can you speak to the people, please? How you doing?
Hello, and welcome, and thank you very much for the nice introduction. It's me again, and here to kick your ass.
With the most glorious being in the game. Always good to see you, man. It
Oh,
feels weird that we
you
haven't been at a convention where we would hang out and do what we normally do, but it's good to see you, brother.
Oh, you are so lucky because you could even ask Cognito. I was like, you know what I'm going to do? I'm gonna look at the cheapest tactics that this community is using.
He was trying to employ some strategies, but we got to.
I'm gonna Google the cheapest tactics that your community has came up with. But unfortunately, I didn't have time to really sit down and look into it. So.
Okay. I just wanted to ask you if that means that you are prepared. Is that what you want to say?
No, I'm definitely not prepared. There's no denying that. I'm just telling you that you lucky my pettiness had a time limit.
Anyway, well, other than that, Toby, how are you doing? Are you hyped for the matchup?
I'm extremely hyped. So as you said, I hate this COVID situation, and I hope out there everyone is safe. But we have to hang in there. It's hopefully not too long, and it will be all over. And yeah, as you said, I hate that we couldn't meet this and last year. There was two E3s already missing. That would be a place. Yeah.
A bit hot, Toby. Your mic is
You can turn it down.
Just a little bit. You're coming in.
I mean,
hot.
You can turn him down,
but it'll turn
you should.
Down. But,
no.
Yeah, that's right.
No,
you're
on
right.
Discord,
You're right. Bad host. You're right. Continue.
Sorry, I'm important. That's why I'm loud. I'm excited. That's why I'm loud. But yeah, I hate that we couldn't meet. However, at least we have this online thingy going on. Fingers crossed that everything will be good soon and that everyone gets the vaccination and stuff. You should get it, and then we should meet hopefully next year, I guess, to the next E3 then.
Yes.
And yeah, but I'm extremely excited to see you, hear you, and play with you again.
Absolutely.
So,
Absolutely.
thank you for the invitation.
And thanks for having us. It's gonna be fun. You already know. And of course, we have the Iron Doc, Lord William, PR manager at Koch Media, responsible for Iron Harvest. How you doing, sir?
Hello. It's a pleasure to be here. Yeah, I'm doing good. I'm ready to kick some ass. Sonia is here and oorah, and I'm going to put all my Britishness aside, get all the pronunciation problems out there, and just, let's do this.
Absolutely. Pleasure. We're going to be talking to you during this matchup as well, try to get some information as well. And of course, another legend, Lord Elliott, senior designer at King Art Games. How you doing, sir?
I'm doing fantastic. I'm very happy to be here. I just got off here fresh off the rookie tournament that the wonderful community has hosted, got the pants beaten off of me. So I hope that you're all looking forward to kicking my ass.
That's not what you're supposed to say, Elliot. You're ready to, reclaim your glory.
Yeah, perhaps this is simply a rematch, right? Like, we're gonna see how this works out.
Exactly.
Now that we have
1-1 match.
Exactly.
No doubt. And of course, we have lordsofgaming.net and the Iron Lord podcast collabo. Let's start with the legend, the OG, my man, Lord PD. We would normally be at a convention together. How you doing, sir?
I am doing well. I am so excited to be here, to be able to spend some time with everybody, to be able to get my butt kicked by my three friends here, and I'm excited to be able to play some games, see, able to catch up with everybody.
No doubt. And of course, my man, reigning from up north in Canada and all that good stuff, the legend, one of the legends of RTS, one of our best players, hopefully, this matchup.
You talking about Addict, right?
No,
You're not talking about me, right?
I'm trying to build up the confidence so we can get what we need to get. My man, Lord Undead 3XBI, what's going on, man?
Oh, it's good to be here. It feels weird being on a stream where I have the second best beard. I'm not gonna lie, it feels odd, but I'm ready. I've been playing this a lot, and I'm pretty excited.
Nice. That's what I want to hear. And of course, last but not least, one of the ILP founding members and my co-host with the co-most, the young wolf himself, Lord of RTS himself, and Smoke, my man, Gaming Addict. What's going on?
Pretty good. I demand one of these individuals on our team to balance this out, and I demand Toby so he can lose with us. So, Toby, I'm gonna have to ask you to come over here to the losing team.
Yeah, so you're picking the weakest player here.
It doesn't matter if you lose. I'm okay with it.
You just can't have two. No doubt, no doubt. So
Set the game up so that we can do it annihilation. There's no victory points, none of that. The army size is set on high, so you can get all the mechs and all the airships out. And yeah, let's do this if you'd like to ready
let's
up.
do it. Yeah, let's do it. Let's get this going. And again, as you guys start up the match, let me know. And what we'll also do is just talk about real quickly while that's going on, you know, the new content, obviously Operation Eagle, the add-on, or you can play as an add-on or standalone experience, contains the entire Usonia campaign along with the Polonia tutorial levels. So just
Exactly.
just get the people warmed up about the new content before the matchup, as the matchup is loading in.
Sure thing. So exactly as you said, the Operation Eagle is the biggest and, well, the first and biggest add-on we have for Iron Harvest, and it adds the new faction Usonia, which is the alternative American, alternative America. And what they bring to the table is flying units, giant airships, Zeppelin-like looking, flying monsters throwing flames from the skies, like really brutal, really cool, liberalizing everyone. But you're right. It's a standalone DLC. It's a Steam exclusive standalone DLC. So if you want to have it standalone, you must get it via Steam. And there, for $20, you can have, as you said, the tutorial campaign from Polania, which is only a few missions, but the full faction or the full campaign from Usonia. But you can still play online against everyone. You can get teamed against everyone. You can only pick Usonia and Polania, unfortunately, but it doesn't restrict you from anything else. So that's a cool thing, I guess.
No, absolutely. And I want to shout, I was speaking to you guys offline. I want to shout out the art team. I mean, it has been phenomenal. I love the direction that you guys went with this DLC. So if you want to talk about that, you guys, anyone wants to come in and talk about that, I love what you guys are doing with that direction.
Elliot,
Yeah,
maybe?
absolutely. Our team really outdid themselves with the sheer creativity and the general looks of all the various units and the environments that we've got going on. So I really hope that we can show off some of the really insane looking mechs that we've got going here. So I'm sure we're going to find out. You're going to get a little taste of that very soon.
I want to see some diesel birds. I want to see a lot of that, man. It's a lot going on. So just to recap again with you guys. So you got the add-on basically contains Usonia faction. We got 20 new units, right? We have a campaign, single play and co-op. 3 new heroes and also more flying units for all the factions.
Yeah, we're also essentially with this add-on, we are also giving a free update and new additions for all players. So not just those who own the DLC, which includes things like new maps, new air units for all factions. So there's a lot to go around for everybody.
Yeah, nice. We are excited, and right now available. You guys released this week, Thursday, I believe. Was it the 27th?
Yeah,
Yes.
it was Thursday.
Nice. How excited are you guys that it is now what you've been working on? The fruits of the labor is now available to the public.
Yeah, it's been both really exciting and quite relieving as well. We've been working very hard on this for the past several months, and just having it out there and having people like checking this out and being all excited about it is wonderful. It's really great to see.
No doubt. Shout out to Stitch 6669 with $2 super chat. I'm just here to see that guy Addict get whooped.
All right, we'll do our best.
Addict, do you have anything to say to this? As they're loading in right now, get some play-by-play action. This is looking good. We've got the nice atmosphere here. Very snowy, looks like.
Exactly. So the setting of this new Operation Eagle DLC or add-on is actually Antarctica. So the Russvets and the Usonias are fighting over Antarctica, and it even brings you to the hot dunes of Arabia. So very cool and very hot. And those, as you can see, are the new multiplayer maps you can see there.
No doubt.
Yeah, absolutely. We go to a lot of different places in the add-on. I should correct Toby here real quick.
Yes.
For that, it is the other cold place that starts with A. It is Alaska.
Sorry.
No worries.
Alaska.
No problem. Lot of snow, lot of ice. It's easy to confuse. But yeah, so we've got a lot of different new locations to where you will be heading out as a player and where you can experience the all-new campaign and the all-new story that we have there as well.
No doubt. Now, we here at the Iron Lords, we're Team RTS, Team Turn-Based. We love this kind of stuff. So for those who are, let's say, new to the genre, maybe intimidated, what can you help explain to them to finally get them ingratiated with this genre, as far as basic maybe strategies and things? I know you guys are competing right now, but basic things to get themselves familiarized with the genre, because it's a very fun genre once people get to learn it.
Yeah, definitely. So real-time strategy is quite simple if you've played a turn-based strategy before. So primarily where strategic thinking and gameplay takes a forefront, essentially, usually where you act as a commander, where you control multiple units. If you've played, for instance, something like League of Legends, is kind of like that, where instead of controlling one character, you're controlling multiple characters. And a lot about these kinds of games is about building up a base and arranging an economy and controlling units to get the upper hand on an opponent.
Now, one thing you guys do a phenomenal job that I love, again, these powerful, these flying units, these mechs. I mean, I think, in my opinion, that's the strength of Iron Harvest, like getting a hold of these behemoths. What's the process for someone new to the series, new to the game, to kind of generate that kind of offense?
Yeah, so essentially, to get to that, essentially, the mechs are definitely a very big and important aspect, particularly for Iron Harvest. And that is something that, step by step, so to speak, within the game is explained throughout the very first campaign that we have, that you either get through the base game or by buying the standalone DLC. And just for the fellas who are playing along right now, you can get those mechs from the workshop, which is a structure that you can build with a special kind of unit called an engineer.
Nice.
That'll have like a little build menu for you where you can basically set that all up, which is definitely a core part of one of the many mechanics that usually these kinds of games have. If you're a little bit more familiar with the particular, like if you're kind of wondering what kind of real-time strategy this is kind of closer to Age of Empires or Command and Conquer. Right. I think the closest equivalent you could think of would probably be things like Company of Heroes or Dawn of War 2 in particular.
Absolutely. Let's talk to the Lords right quick. Let's start with Lord Undead. I know he's focused right now. He's in the trenches. But you're a big fan of the genre. Obviously you covered the base game initially. What are some things maybe that stood out initially from the DLC, if you could point out that you noticed or liked or disliked or anything? Anything new with Operation Eagle that you see?
Well, the thing I really appreciate is Iron Harvest is a lot different than a lot of RTS games that I've played, because like you guys talk about like Age of Empires, and everyone always defaults to like Age of Empires when it comes to RTS games, because that's what a lot of people are familiar with. But what I like about this game is it's like, you could have economy building in your game, but this is just like, no, how much firepower can you turn out the fastest and get rolling as fast as you can. It's very quick, it's very fast. It's a lot of fun, and the verticality of the game now is absolutely phenomenal with the addition of airships and everything else. Like, I had so much fun just playing through. I'm playing through the campaign right now, the Usonia campaign right now, and just the ability to go through and do a bombing run with some airships to kind of soften things up, and then be able to like change strategies. Oh, they've got anti-air stuff, so I need to go through first with ground mechs and soften things up. It's a lot of flexibility, and with the game being so primarily focused on combat, that's obviously important, but it's so phenomenal to play, because like you spend a lot of your early time getting your ass kicked, frankly, by the AI. I spent a lot of time going, oh, I just got wiped, especially in some of those Usonia missions. if you play on some of the harder difficulties, that some of those missions get really intense really fast. And I think that's what I love about the game is it's always intense. It's always going. You're always, I need to produce more troops. It's always on the go. And I really like that versus Age of Empires, which is more slow burn and everything else. This is kind of like, if I was comparing, it's like what Doom is for FPS. It's fast paced, it's hard hitting, and it's a lot of fun to play.
Can I guys give you just a little tip? Don't forget to upgrade your oil pumps and iron mines. That is something that, don't worry, that happens to me as well and to many players, but this is something that is essential. Once you have them, just click on them and you can upgrade them by clicking on the upgrade button on the bottom right. You should do that. Don't forget that.
Nice. Getting that expert strategy.
Yeah, there's definitely there's a very big component to this game of particularly like managing and controlling your units and getting the best positioning is particularly very important with exactly this kind of real-time strategy where you can get your units into cover to help protect against oncoming fire, or you can try and route around different enemy types to try and get, particularly for instance the mechs have a bit weaker armor on their rear end so that you can kind of flank around them to deal even more damage. So positioning is definitely a very important aspect here in being able to win fights, essentially.
No doubt. Shout out to Stitch in the chat. He says, "Why is Attic looking so confused right now? Are you overwhelmed? Are you bewildered, Attic?" Is he muted? I think he's muted. I can't hear him.
No, I'm just trying to get the units out on him.
Okay, there you go. They say why you look so confused right now.
No, I'm not confused.
He's focused hard. That's the difference.
No, shout out to 108 Dragon TV. He loves RTS. Yes, this is out right now on PC. You got Steam, GOG, all that good stuff. You can get that. Also, Epic Games Store, I believe you guys are on, right? As well.
Yeah, exactly. There is, in fact, little pro tip from me to all of you. Currently, there is actually quite a steep discount on the Epic Games Store right now. And if you still have one of those discount codes that they recently gave out, you can actually get the deluxe version of this game, which includes the base game and the DLC for quite a low price. So it's an absolute steal. If you're looking to do that, I can recommend it.
Nice.
And of course, compatible.
I'm sorry.
Everybody.
I got these flying nonsense going on here.
Ooh, all right, Attic, what's going on, baby? I see that the big boy is out.
Oh, wow.
Woo! Let's get it. Now we talk.
Shoot that thing out of the ground, out of the air. Now don't run. You come over here. Dig your grave.
It's already getting spicy. I love it.
Oh, dang. Okay.
We all kind of learned from last time that if you butt rush the mechs, things go a bit better.
Do not go that way. Do not go that way. Retreat.
Oh boy. Oh, okay. Yep. Back it up. Whoa. Nope.
We got you cornered now.
Ooh.
Nope. Run.
Something really nice coming in a second.
Oh, whoa.
God.
Coming out, Toby.
Boom.
My big boy's floating around.
Man, it's getting spicy.
Look at that, man. That looks like something that's straight out of Leave Extraordinary Gentlemen, man. I'm scared of that thing. What is that?
My little barbecue machine.
That is
who bringing the heat? Is that Toby bringing the heat?
Eating it up.
Woo!
That
looking good right there. That ain't looking good, y'all. Petey.
that anti-air only, or what's going on here?
Yeah.
Right, time for the right of the Valkyries theme music.
Oh shoot! There's a lot of stuff happening.
So one of the
we're about to shoot that thing straight out of the sky.
Yeah, shoot it.
There you go.
Boom!
We had this announcement trailer.
Yo, I gotta hand it up. Like the special effects you guys do when you blow these things up in the air is crazy.
Oh, there it goes.
No doubt. Shout out to 108.
Yeah, that is.
Command and
Go
Conquer
ahead.
Generals is favorite. Yeah, if you love that genre, man, this Iron Harvest is where it's at. That's where it's at. David Yoren said Attic is too focused. Yeah, he trying to win.
Understandable, right?
We can respect it. Now, so Petey, man, let me talk to you, man. So how's it feeling? You know, you're back in there since the last time with Iron Harvest. Like, as far as the new things, anything you noticed that you liked, feel of the game?
Oh, I love how they added the airships. It adds another depth of the game that wasn't there before, that you actually have to anticipate for now, which is what I really like.
And Attic, man, what about you? Like, you know, obviously this is your genre, man. You come from this. You play a lot of these type of games. Obviously, Halo Wars is another one of yours. You know, Iron Harvest. What's standing out from you from the base, and now a little bit with the DLC of Operation?
The biggest thing that they definitely have going for them is the aesthetics of the game. I don't think another game quite looks like this. The fact that when we blew up that giant ship, man, it literally looked like something giant was being blown up.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, like the famous Hindenburg getting shut down, the Zeppelin, if you know.
Mm-hmm.
Absolutely.
And the fact that Toby over here, I'm pretty sure, won't leave me alone, so...
I'm just randomly chilling here, so standing with my one mech here.
Mm-hmm. Randomly chilling.
Just marching. What kind of weapon is that, Elliot? This mech has in his hand. It's like a how do you call that in English? Like
the jackhammer, or?
Oh yes, a jackhammer. A mech with a giant jackhammer.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh, it didn't work out that well for me though.
I do feel like
explosion.
I do feel like when this game hits consoles eventually, I assume it's coming to consoles, that
Absolutely.
I feel like it's gonna find a demographic that's crazy, because this game looks really visually impressive for an RTS. Like especially look how this thing's moving. Like,
yeah, there's a lot of detail and work and time that went into making all these mechs move and making them basically look mechanically plausible that they'd work. Like, maybe they're not, realistic. I mean, let's be honest here. But being able to actually get a very good close-up look of how they work, essentially. If you take a look at it, like, they're feasible.
Yeah, no, absolutely. And again, testament to the design. And I know, Toby, when we used to, talk in the flesh about this, we interviewed you in the past. I want you to tell the people about, the Diesel Punk and the whole design and the legend, behind one of the creations here.
Sure. So we call this universe, or this like alternative period we are talking here about the universe is called Diesel Punk. Mm-hmm. Diesel Punk is somewhere, if you know, eventually you know steampunk and cyberpunk. So steampunk is somewhere, medieval times with steam machines or something like 1800s and so on. Then you have the diesel punk time, which is Second World War, First World War, huge diesel machines, oil machines, and so on. And then you have cyberpunk, which is the future stuff. So this is somewhere in between. And the story of all that is there was this Polish artist called Jakub Brzezinski, who at one time in the early like 2014 or something like that, he became famous because his pictures were trending on Reddit and so on. He was painting this rural Polish Central European landscapes, like fields and so on. And in between those fields, he placed those giant mechs and stuff. And this weird mixture between tradition and future elements, kinda, or fantasy elements, was super successful. There was a board game company reaching out to him, discussing a deal about making a board game. Maybe you know that Scythe, that's pretty successful, and
yes,
people like that. So this 1920 plus universe this artist created was taken over into a board game, and then the extremely talented boys and girls from King Art Games took over, or again got into discussions with Jakub Brzezinski to talk about a PC version, not a PC version of Scythe, the board game, because Scythe is really mostly focusing on the economy between those nations, between those alternative nations, but focusing on the war in between. And there we are. So we all originate from the idea of, or kind of the idea of Jakub Brzezinski, but King Art Games, of course, put in their own spice, their own ideas, their own plans, and so on, and in cooperation then came up with Iron Harvest 1920 plus.
Yeah, Nice, man. It looks phenomenal, and again, it's that unique style, like you said, almost like a past and present. It's this nice fusion, right? You get these amazing mechs in this time period. It looks so cool. It's a very unique visual aesthetic. And
That's a wrap.
I like this makeshift look of they just built that in their own backyards or something, and then created those future machines, kinda. So I like this weird combination. Yeah.
No, agreed. Now, Lord Elliot, I know we got a question in from the chat from my man Back from Dead. He wanted to. I know. We talking about the future in console, but the console guys, they want this. They want this thing bad. So the question is, I don't know if you can answer it, but do you anticipate possibly mouse and keyboard support on console when it does eventually come?
Yeah, so I can probably answer that. So we are looking at potentially having an option for that. I can't give away exactly when or in what way that is going to come. But yeah, we know that a lot of people have been asking, like, hey, where's the console version? And yeah, unfortunately, with the pandemic and everything, things have been delayed quite a bit due to that. But especially now that that Operation Eagle is out, the consoles are currently it's currently what we're fast tracking on right now. So that is currently the big plan for that. So mouse and keyboard, we're definitely looking into it.
Nice. What's up, Adam?
Toby, you ain't gonna just sit here. No, you kill me. Don't pull out and feel bad for me. You come over here and finish me. Don't sit there and retreat. No, you had that. You come over here and finish this.
He wants a warrior's death.
Over here mocking me. Oh, I've done enough. I'm gonna pull back now.
I thought Elliot is standing there with his lone soldier and he can do the dirty job.
Have you seen this?
You just wait, Toby. So you just weaken him and then you let Elliot do the finish.
That's pretty much.
I'm deciding which sexy air to live. Have you seen this air drone carrier here?
Oh, that looks nice.
Just dropping bombs from the sky and producing drones.
The drones.
Where? Ping it so I can see it as well.
Oh wow.
Oh, you guys did put the ping thing in.
Yeah.
One of those feedback from the community, which has been so great to work and play and develop this game long. They give us ideas like, hey, a ping system so we can communicate with each other better and say, hey, I'm dying over here.
I want to point out I brought that up before the game came out.
Shout out to Attic. He was on the feedback with that. That was amazing. Why is that so important to you, Attic?
I didn't want to say it, but Attic, this feature's just for you. I didn't want to say it. It's just made for you.
That's fine, man. That's fine. As long as we agree to disagree, man. That's fine.
No doubt.
It's just like when you're playing online, like, and someone says, "Oh, there's something coming." Like, it's hard to really describe where you are on the map. So it's better if you can ping where you are on the map.
No doubt. Shout out. All right, the defeat has gone down. The victory is gone.
All right.
It is GG. Real quickly, Red Alert 3 Uprising RTS Gamer. Can we ask the developers if Iron Harvest is going to have physical copies for console?
Ooh, I'm not actually sure if I can say anything about that.
Well, I can definitely tell you that once we know everything, in particular, if we know the release date and if we know all circumstances, we will definitely let you know. But for now, it's still in the making. So give us the time to prepare it properly, and then we will surely inform everyone. You will know it. If you want all the hot information, follow the King Art Games YouTube, Facebook, and Twitter. If you want all that hot information.
Make sure, guys, you go and follow them on Twitter. That way, you get all the hot info coming out. Like, hey,
I think what it is, Toby, too, is I think we and Undead can relate. Our fan base have seen a lot of that cool collector's edition stuff, and they're
I can show some stuff. Yeah, I have here so-called Eisenhans. Let me just
those.
There you go.
Those big ships are very intimidating, man. Like,
wow, that's nice. Yes,
that's our boy.
Woo.
That's our boy from the Saxonian troops. So the exosuit of the Saxonians. We are preparing those steelbooks as well, which are pretty cool in my opinion. And but as I said, give us the time to come up with something proper, and then we will for sure inform each and everyone.
Absolutely.
We're working on it.
Absolutely. And salute to you guys, because I think, Elliot, you made a good point too. You know, there is a pandemic going on, you know, and from a studio, I do want to ask that, you know, it has affected studios different. And I just want to know with King Art Games, the fact that you guys are releasing during these conditions is super impressive. You know, how challenging was that for you guys as a team, a development house, to kind of maybe adapt or adjust if need be to get this release out?
Yeah, so essentially we have been working from home since last year March, I think. Last year early March. And yeah, it was not an easy transition because obviously, of course, you know, usually if you're saying like, oh yeah, people are going to be working from home, you usually have the time to set things up and actually get everybody organized, but here it was very much okay, no, we need to make sure that everybody stays safe and healthy. So it was a very rapid shift, and luckily King Art has been has, I think, handled the situation really, really well regarding this. So yeah, we've been working from home for pretty much throughout to make sure that Art and Harvest got launched in the first place. And that essentially we were working from home entirely during the entire development of this DLC.
Wow.
So yeah, like it's taken a bit of an adjustment time, but luckily we haven't needed to really slow our pace too much. So yeah, it definitely came with challenges, but I think we've been getting back on top of that.
Again, and salute to you, because I'm glad you said that, because I think there's a misconception by gamers as far as development, you know, forgetting that there is a pandemic, forgetting that a lot of these things would be done in-house, physically around each other, as me and Toby talked about earlier, just, you know, not even being able to go to a convention. But I can't even imagine from a collaboration standpoint how the adjustment, how challenging that may be now, just to do things completely different and then still put out this great DLC, awesome content. So salute to the team and everybody that has been working hard to get this out to the people.
Oh yeah.
So, sorry, Elliot, go on.
Yeah, no, it's definitely been a challenge for all of us, really, to because of course especially when you're creating games, like it's absolutely a huge team effort. Like everyone has to be able to communicate with each other like clearly and quickly to get things done on time and with the level of quality that we want. And when you go from, oh, I can just go drop in someone's office and ask them a question about something, and then from one day to the next, everyone's suddenly home and we're all organizing things through, you know, Zoom and Teams and everything. Yeah, it's night and day, and yeah, it's definitely something that it's definitely a struggle, I think, and I'm sure I'm not the only person, I'm not the only studio that's had that. We've seen a lot of studios where, you know, things came in and was like, well, we're gonna have to push things back because it's just been so incredibly hectic. So, yeah, shout out to. Go ahead.
Yeah, I can absolutely confirm that. I'm sitting at Warhorse Studios after all right now, and we have the absolute same problem. We were last year in March, I believe, we started to go on home office, everyone in Czech Republic. Well, especially Warhorse Studios, of course. Then in June, they opened up again because they said, okay, Corona's over, kind of. Then we had the second wave, which was terrible in Czech Republic. It was really, really terrible. From July last year, we were one of the worst countries in the world with Corona numbers, actually. And since July last year, or June, July last year, we are on home office. So it's almost a year Warhorse Studios is at home office. The production in the beginning was okayish. Yeah, it was good enough. It was almost as if we would sit here. However, the longer we are in home office, the worse the productivity gets. And I believe that every studio has the exactly same issue. People, and as hard as it sounds, they get used to it. Yeah, but in a bad way. You have to motivate yourself, getting out of those pajamas and do something. And I mean, in the beginning, it's all fun and cool, and it's a new situation. But now, you know, production goes down, and that's a bad thing. And I believe all the studios have this problem. Yeah,
definitely massive respect to any other studio who's managed to launch a game during the past year and a half or so. It is launching or making any game is already incredibly hard and difficult, but doing so during one of the greatest health crises of our time is without a doubt, hats off.
Absolutely. Yeah, salute to you, again, everyone that's going through it. and you guys humanized it, because this is real. This is real. And as gamers, like I said, we're selfish. We like, when is the game coming out? When? But at the end of the day, these are real life issues. So we appreciate all the hard work you guys do.
I can tell you even that me as a PR and marketing person, I can tell you that the studios, many studios, are actually suffering from the problem that there's no game events anymore.
Yeah.
So while for the people out there, game events sound like something fun. Well, it is fun, of course, but for the smaller studios, especially, even for the big ones, let's face it, but especially for the small ones, it's sometimes the one and only chance to, for instance, show your game in the US. So E3, let's say, is the one and only. You can, of course, go to the other, but let's say you have budget only for one event, you choose one event. And those things are not happening. And let's face it, Iron Harvest, for instance, had also the problem that we could not go to any event, neither in Germany nor in the US, and that was bad for everyone. We had to come up with creative solutions, do everything online and so on, but things take time before it gets established and people get used to it, and it's just simply not the same thing. And I really, for the entire industry, I hope that we are getting to events again.
Yeah,
at some point.
Absolutely, and that's the hope, right? For us to get back to where if it means through vaccination or whatever type of protocol that need to be followed, because that is definitely something that hurts the actual promotion of your guys' artistry and these beautiful games that we definitely want to see. So I definitely want to salute you guys with that. I want to speak to the Iron Doc real quick, about how excited now that the release is here, from Iron Harvest Operation Eagle. How you feeling?
Oh, it's been great to watch the community respond to this because, it's actually been really hard the last couple of months because airships is something that's always been asked for this game, right from the beginning, a long time. And we always thought it was a great idea, but now to actually bring it to real and not tell anybody about it until this week is really hard.
They're very intimidating.
Great to see the enthusiasm, and I'm really proud of the community, how it's grown, especially since we last spoke to you last year.
Yes.
They've really stepped up. They've organizing tournaments, not only for the hardcore veterans, but also for introducing newer players to these rookie tournaments, which Elliot just took part in. And got his ass handed to him, so they're looking to getting good. And there's art contests, there's all the streams that go on, a big shout out. And as a community manager, it's extremely satisfying when a new guy comes into your Twitter, Discord, Facebook, whatever that you've set up, and other community members help them out and take them under the wing and get them up to speed with what's going on. Which means I can then put my attention to other places which are more important or newer things, and it's sort of that growth together, which is
And just to reiterate what you said, because you made some good point about the rookie tournaments and those trying to get themselves into the genre. Tell the people where they need to go, where they need to sign up, what they need to do to get a part of this great community that you guys have going.
Tournament guys, the Iron Harvest community tournament fellas, for all kinds of tournaments. They also do 3v3 tournaments and all sorts of things. They have their own Discord, their own Twitter. They're all over our own social medias. So if you just come in there and say, "Hey, I want to learn," they will definitely step up and invite you to those Discord servers. And talking strats, we've got spaces for that kind of conversation to go on. It's really exciting again with this new DLC because it's a level playing field again. Nobody knows what's good.
Yes.
It's so refreshing.
The meta has shifted.
And then we'll analyze all that game data and see what works and what doesn't work, and then we'll make little tweaks to the balance, which will mean these guys will have to figure it out all over again.
I actually got an interesting question I just thought of. You hit land, you've hit air. Are you going to go on the sea yet?
That would be cool.
I like that answer.
But hey, who knows? I mean, I think Elliot can back me up on this. The thought process is when we introduce a new faction, it's kind of based in a new play style, right?
Yeah, I mean, definitely for the first DLC, for the first add-on, we definitely wanted to add something big and game-changing to Iron Harvest. I'm not sure exactly what the shape of future DLC is going to look like. I think that's going to depend a lot on how this gets received, and if people like it or not. Or we'll just have to see and find out and see whether we can do that.
Absolutely.
I'm gonna have to make a new custom game because unfortunately, for some reason, Gaming Addict couldn't join. It was a bit weird.
No, it's fine. We may be under a little time constraint here, sadly, because there's some things going on. But I do want to speak to Undead and Addict about just in general about Operation Eagle. You know, start with Undead. Like now that you played, you know, got a match in. It was very intense. But what are your feelings on that? Just in general, what to say to the team?
Yeah, like I actually kind of had a question. I think this leans more into Elliot's wheelhouse than anything. Were there a lot of challenges bringing in airships and everything else? Like, I imagine that really throws a wrench, so to speak, into the balancing of everything else. Because, like, what was so impressive about Iron Harvest is I felt like even when I was reviewing it before release, it was so well put together and so balanced. It felt like you guys really didn't have to do anything with it to like balance it out. And then you guys did it again with the DLC while adding in a whole different like field of combat to it. And it's just really impressive. Like, what's kind of the mindset in how you guys approach that?
Yeah, so definitely adding the airships into the game was an immense challenge and something we kind of knew, like, okay, if we get the opportunity, we would definitely love to do this if we can after the launch of the main game. So we kind of already started looking around and experimenting, like, okay, how are we going to make this work? What is this going to look like? And this took a lot of team effort, essentially, by talking with our art director, with the various animators, with the creative director, with design, everything, essentially. Like, we really needed to... We knew that if we are going to get airships in, we are going to have to... we're going to have to really put in some effort to make sure that we get it in and that it really works well, like as if it were basically part of the core game. So that's kind of like how we approached it. Is basically we knew we need to really be careful and coordinate on this and do this step by step to make sure that we don't rush head on in and just throw something in and that it turns out like, okay, actually these particular aspects don't work, or this is just beyond overpowered. So we've taken a very cautious approach to that. It's also kind of why for the launch of the DLC, we didn't immediately release like a balance patch, because it's kind of a fruitless endeavor to do that at that moment, because everything is getting thrown out the window meta-wise anyway, and very quickly you're going to see how what are the most immediate problems that come up. So yeah, that is something that we still intend to do, is that we're going to be still doing patches for the game regarding balance for multiplayer. And that, yeah, we are going to be taking a look to see like how having this out in the wild, how that changes things and where we need to address and adjust things.
Absolutely. Awesome.
Lord Toby, I just want to see time constraint wise how we doing. I know Undead we may have some hard stops. You guys got one more in you, or how we doing time?
We are free the entire evening. So as long as you guys want, and as long as Elliot and Will are free, I am free for you.
I gotta respect Undead. I want to know how you're doing. I know
I can run one more because it probably won't last long.
All right.
We mixed up the teams. We should mention that. So we are Undead is playing with us, and okay, cool. So Elliot is the bad guy now. Will, it's your chance.
Just like last time.
To start with, it's all good.
That is kind of funny. That happened last time. That is kind of funny.
Yep, that's exactly what happened last time. No doubt. Let me know if you guys are in and good. Yep, we're getting that second one going on. Shout out to Brian Heil. He said, is Iron Harvest going to have a Chinese faction?
I can't really say at this point. It's kind of a bit too early to call right now. We've just released this DLC, so right now we're really just kind of seeing, like, because this DLC, of course, was funded entirely by Deep Silver, so a lot of that is just going to depend on, like, hey, how did this work out? Was this a worthwhile enough thing that's like, do we want to do another one? Gotcha. It's honestly, it's too early to say, really, so we will just have to see.
Yeah, but generally, it's a never say never thing, and also as Elliot said, let's see what the community says. Let's see how the interest is, and of course, there's many ideas the devs have. So let's see how much and how far we can go there.
You see how excited they are. You just put out new content. They want more new content. But
especially the Operation Eagle DLC is really good. So I do heavily recommend it. And if the people out there are not sure about the game, as we said earlier, it's available as a standalone on Steam, so you can get just the DLC for $19.99, I believe. So half price than the base game, and I think that's a fair deal if you consider what you get for it. So, yeah.
Shout out to Lord K. Johnson. He said he's late to the party. He has no idea what's going on with RTS, but he's here to support. Got to support the ILOs. Much love. Look, man, it's a genre you need to check out. It's definitely something. I mean, I remember being intimidated by these kind of genres at first, and then once you get to learn it, you know, and they do have some rookie tournaments and places that you can start. But let me ask you this, for, again, a new person to the genre, as far as the campaign, like, with the new DLC, are we kind of like ingratiating and getting people kind of built up so they can understand how to use units and the strategy of the game?
Certainly. The first couple of missions are like the first couple of missions of the Plania campaign, so they have helpful tooltips and they slowly ramp up. And from what I've seen of the streamers playing, they appreciate that.
Yes.
It's because RTS is one of those tricky genres. Many of us remember it from when we were kids, but there's a whole new generation kind of who want to put their minds to work. And I like Iron Harvest because it kind of tries its best to bridge that gap, you know, appeal to the old school guys, but also have something for the new people, you know.
Nice. Absolutely. So
How do you use the ping system here?
All right, so the ping is by holding down the X on your keyboard, and then you can essentially select a different kind of ping to indicate what you want to do.
There's also on the next to your mini map is also a ping button.
Yeah,
so there's this circle thing.
That zoom option, is that new for you guys? That when you go in and you can actually see where all the troops are and everything, if you could see?
I think that's been around since the base game, so you can just check. Yeah, is that the tactical map, I think, or something else?
I guess maybe. It shows the whole over.
Oh yeah, that'll be the tactical map then. Yeah, it's basically a very brief overview that you can get of the entire map, so you can see what's going on. Quite useful at times. All right, so right now we are playing. Is this the Great Waste? Is that what I'm recognizing here?
I love this map.
Awesome! Everybody loves this map, from what I understand. A lot of people really enjoy it.
I noticed this giant gun over here called the Destroyer cannon.
You would find that.
Now, I don't want to give any hints as to what it does.
Well,
the clue is in the title.
It looks like it destroys stuff.
It does.
That's a very astute assumption.
I have a feeling you've played games before.
No doubt.
So yeah, this one has a nice aesthetic to it. It's got like mist from like the kind of drudgery and war is hell kind of vibe to it.
Love the different the color palette changes in unique environments. Like I said, giving that different feel, shrubbery, a lot of greenery. I'm liking it. I'm digging it.
Excellent.
All right, some intense setting and a base building going on.
Right.
Oh,
it looks like I'm looks like I'm gonna need a little help over here.
This cannon got crazy reach.
Oh yeah, it is the big stuff. All right.
I could see.
Thanks for the assist.
The machine guns. You found the machine gun crates because it's quite cool that you can swap and change in battle on the field what your infantry units are, and that's quite a unique feature to Iron Harvest, I think.
Yes. Very much.
Yeah, definitely. Allows you to swap your infantry classes on the fly so you can react to issues as they come up.
Oh, I'm just a lowly engineer. I can't do anything. Ha ha ha! I pick up a gun. I see you running away with a machine gun there. No, I'm not going to allow that. I'm going to kill that guy with a machine gun, and then I will have your machine gun.
Oh, smoke! Attic, we taking this? That's how it's going down. Oh, he's quiet, so you know he's focused. He is focused.
Yeah, he's playing to win.
I have a lot of respect for you podcasting guys because you can play and talk at the same time. My monkey brain won't do it.
It is not an easy skill.
Not easy.
Indeed, indeed.
It's definitely difficult. Try to-
All right, excellent. You can hit them with that destroyer cannon there. Then I am going to go pick up this rifle with my engineers.
Elliot,
And
which
I
one
think,
are you? The one in the middle?
Man, that
I am the one
destroyer
with the-
is crazy.
Yeah, good stuff. Well done. Let's steal their weapons.
Oh, this don't sound good.
I don't
No, I'm
know.
going to target Elliot or anything, but which one did you say you were? The middle one?
Lead us the middle
Maybe,
one. yes.
possibly. I honestly don't remember. I do not recall where I was positioned.
Oh,
It is a mystery.
Yeah, strategy is being employed right now.
This is I am doing some real Art of War stuff here
Yes,
right
this
now.
is advanced dev strategy right now. No doubt, man.
enemy.
But yeah, like Iron Harvest definitely takes a lot of cues, not just from like gameplay wise from Dawn of War 2 and Company of Heroes, and narrative wise also takes quite a bit from Warcraft 3. So if you particularly really like real time strategy games, because I know like there's a lot of people who not just enjoy real time strategy just for oh yeah, we get to show off our tactical superiority to other players, but also really are interested in an engaging storyline. If you're that kind of player, then I think Iron Harvest will definitely be something for you. So if you're interested in exploring various characters and the particular world of the game, then I think that this is definitely something that would be right up your alley.
Nice. Yeah, absolutely.
What's going on over here? I see it. Excellent. Thanks for the ping.
Oh, they're utilizing the ping for communicating. Oh no.
Yeah, we're doing this newfangled thing, which is called talking to each other.
As we all know, communication is OP in any game.
Yes,
Absolutely.
very much so.
Where are you?
Lesson for life, though, isn't it? Talk to your friends.
What was your question, Adam?
No. Will you? Can I take this with this? No, I don't think I can.
I take this
Yeah.
with this.
No,
It's
I was
okay, I got it. So, not to worry, if it doesn't really matter who captures these resource points on
that
our
was
team because
crazy.
all these resources will be shared among us. So, ooh,
Okay,
Yes.
Elliot's really.
got something over here.
I wasn't paying attention.
Oh, hang on, that looks kind of dicey. I'm gonna back out here.
Let's go, boys. That's what I'm talking about.
Start making anti-air, Elliot.
All right. Oh, dang, there's a lot here. I'm gonna back off.
The smoke
Hang on.
is being given.
Hang on, I'm gonna come over. I'm gonna send some backup. Hang on.
A lot of reassessing right now. The lords are learning.
The lords are learning.
Reevaluating stuff. This is good. We like competition.
Oh, this is
Alex, get
actually
back
quite
here.
a lot.
Why is my workshop like stuck at 93%?
Do you have an engineer working on it right now?
Yeah. It could be
Oh,
that you-
tomfoolery.
Oh no! All right, hang on. I'm coming to.
I got it.
Oh no! I was too late. I'm getting real pinned down here over on the
Lords are
northwest over here.
Let's
No worries. I brought a friend.
Flamethrowers, nice.
Oh shit. Okay,
Oh, yeah.
I gotta bail y'all.
He out.
I'm out. This is me not having a good time.
Ooh, oh, the flamethrowers is out. I see him. Okay.
I've decided to go for a scorch earth policy, so all your resource nodes will be mine.
I love it. The doc is here.
There's a lot of things happening. I like it.
Ooh.
Yeah, I'm gonna hit reverse on this one. Oh no!
No, you
Oh,
won't.
my turret!
Don't forget, you can harvest the broke. Well, if you don't stomp over them, now it happened. Doesn't matter. But you can, if you shoot down a mech, you can harvest their, the remainings for some kind of free.
Put the harvest in Iron Harvest.
resources. Exactly.
Literally.
It's
Oh.
almost as if we thought about that.
That is a lot of sky bikes. I don't know about this one. I'm gonna head on over. I'm gonna try and give you some backup over there, Addict. Hang on.
Undead, how we feeling out here, Undead? I know you focus. How we feeling?
I'm doing significantly better than I was. I'll put it that way.
That's good. That's good. That's what I want to hear.
I feel that generally Iron Harvest is a game that you learn pretty quickly. So you lose once or twice, but then you get the hang of it relatively quick, I believe. So yeah, you guys correct me if I'm wrong.
Yeah, I'm getting a hold of it pretty quick. All right, I want you to start shooting them. There you go.
All right, shut that down. All right, if we can hang on for just a little longer, I can get ourselves my second reserve out.
Oh shoot! I forgot about the second reserves.
Oh yeah, don't forget your reserves, people.
What's the second reserves about? Let's talk to the people about that.
All right, so basically within during multiplayer matches, players can deploy a set of units, which can include, among others, a hero unit.
Okay.
And if we hang on for just a little bit longer, then I will be able to deploy mine.
Nice.
Which is
yeah, don't
Go ahead.
undead. Don't forget to upgrade your mine, please. You have an iron mine there, which is still level 1.
Oh.
Got that undead.
all right.
We need a ping just.
perfect. Oh no, it's already.
Okay, here we go. On its way.
Okay, I see
I'm
something.
bringing Prince Wilhelm.
Oh.
Fritz.
Oh, look at that! Wonderful. Addict's got one of those
somebody
Stiefmutters
got-
out.
Somebody got the air support coming. Oh. That looks
All right,
very
let's see.
intimidating.
Okay, those guys extended a little bit too far. I wasn't ready for that.
Oh, the anti-air. Okay. Wow.
All right. Excellent. Royalty has arrived on the field. Let's see if I can do something with that.
Special ability that you should show off.
Oh, I absolutely will. I absolutely got I got the floor wiped with me with this guy last time, so I'm kind of hoping I can use that to my advantage.
I mean, that's how you learn, isn't it?
Absolutely. Also, want
Yeah.
to talk about the new Usonia faction. I remember like each faction before had its like distinct personality and stuff like that. Like, what are the standouts for that faction? If we want to get into it.
Sure. So Usonia is definitely very much about air superiority. They have a couple of airships that are solely unique to them instead of mechs, so to speak. So they also have an additional ability in multiplayer that allows them to airdrop paratroopers anywhere on the map. It's quite strong right now, but it's something that it costs a bit of resources in order to get it done. So it's got kind of a high opportunity cost, so to speak.
Right.
But you put it down in the right place at the right time, it can absolutely change the tide of battle. So that's definitely where you'd probably be coming from. A lot of their mechs are essentially there to bring support there and to help out there. So yeah, like it's very, very cool. A lot of the mechs kind of visually are inspired by I believe it is Art Deco, essentially, like partially Art Deco, kind of that particular style. We wanted to give, like as we do with all factions, we give them a unique visual language, so to speak, for their particular units to kind of give a hint as to where, like how they were developed or how they were created.
Right. No,
All right,
Got a real biker gang going on there.
so I'm going to go down and throw some artillery onto the field and see if anyone wants to follow me up on this. Let me see here.
Oh shoot!
Oh,
Fuck!
I got smoked over there.
Wow.
Jesus. Woo!
How do I
This is what
select
happens
all
when I
units
hold back
again?
and let you.
How do I select all units again?
You can do that with, I think it is F4 or F5. It's one of the function keys, I believe.
Nice. This also, Ellie, I wanted to ask about, I know we said this is new content, so you're gonna let, obviously your Sony's here, they've got their strengths, but I know you said before you even deal with meta and balance patches, you're gonna let this meta kind of settle. But what I wanted to ask you is before Operation Eagle, what did you guys learn as far as the meta and the sandbox, as far as adjusting, buffing, nerfing certain factions or certain abilities?
So essentially, so it's not 100% my purview, but I can probably talk a little bit about it.
Okay.
But we definitely noticed that for several units there, you have to be very careful with how you handle them, where even the slightest value adjustment can be the difference between something being maybe a little under-tuned to something being very over-tuned.
OP.
Yeah, perhaps overpowered even, if one were to say that. So definitely one thing, and that's kind of been our philosophy regarding balancing, is that we take our time for that. We do not, like, it's fantastic that we get feedback from all our players who can actively give feedback on our official Discord server. So we definitely all take that into account. And we make sure that we collect enough data. So we get like the combination of both actual objective data to see like, okay, what are people using? How are people using them? As well as the experiential side of it. So like, what do people feel is overpowered? And that is something like that combined, we use then to make informed decisions on what do we need to change, where do we need to, and how do we change it.
Gotcha.
Generally, particularly for design, there's a lot of levers that you can change with various units. So yeah, we definitely take our time to make sure that the changes we are making are the right ones. It's very much measure twice, cut once.
Okay, yeah, got it. I definitely get it. Shout out to Che Dupree in the chat. He says art team here. So I'm assuming this is King Art Games art team. He says Art Deco and Streamline were the design principles behind Usonia. Smiley face.
There you have it. Yeah, thank you for joining us.
I mean, you guys are the Americans, the real Americans. So tell me, how do you feel about the Usonias?
Let's talk to Addict and Pete. Let's talk to Pete too. How you feel about
They
it?
are like feels very strong.
Like in that air support as well. What about you, Undead and Addict? Like, what are you guys feeling about Usonia from a design standpoint?
It was fine till this big ship showed back up. It's an interesting concept. I like the animations on these machines. I can't get this thing to even shoot. I don't even know how to shoot with them.
Let me have a look. Oh boy. Yeah, I see who's shown up here.
Oh, that's he said greets to Elliot. It's Robert, he said.
Oh, hey Robert. Yeah, Robert is, I think he was one of the main concept and 3D modelers for the Usonian mechs you see here. So a lot of the cool looking airships.
Yes.
Actually, the really big one that you're looking at here, that is his handiwork.
Oh, salute to Robert and the team. Yeah, I've been singing the praises, man. I really like the art style, and I even like the promotional art for Usonia. It really very, very patriotic. I'm very strong. I'm loving the aesthetic for sure on Usonia.
Yeah, we definitely generally take a kind of a playful approach to how factions are shown essentially in Iron Harvest, and we definitely thought, well, for the United States, we all kind of know like some of the key aspects that a lot of people recognize for Americans. So let's take that and let's dial that up a little bit to 11.
Yes.
And let's do that in kind of like a playful way that I think can resonate with a lot of people, but also it's like give it a little bit of a bit of satire as well.
Yeah, you gotta have some fun with it, man. Like I said, just for those who on the stream, I'll blow it up because I actually love it. And this is what I'm talking about. Like, just even the promotional artwork right there for those live. Doesn't that look fantastic?
Look at this, man. This is... What is this fire nonsense going on right now? Like...
Barbecue time. It's me again.
Dad, you getting cooked? Dad! Oh my God. Toby!
Elliot, I'll give you
cook
a
them?
bit. You're not getting
just
your
honey
hero.
roast them? What is happening?
It's all good. We got our own.
It's 5,000 degrees of freedom.
All right, it's less than half health, so we can still do this.
Let's go. We still keep hope alive. Let's go. Jesse Abbott, he said he loved the designs, Robert. He said they remind him of his toy steam engines as a kid. All right. Salute. Respect.
Yeah, those really like, what do you call it, this retro futurist kind of trains, I believe was actually definitely part of that inspiration. I'm sure that Robert can attest to. All right.
They're just destroying me.
If you want
Yeah,
to,
wow.
the fire thing is a feature, is a special attack. You have to select it, and if you click on the there you go.
Oh, there you go.
Oh,
Wow.
oh, wow.
Whoa.
Oh, there he goes.
Boom.
Ooh. Oh, it's epic right now. It's going down.
Oof.
Looks like I'm in trouble. I'm in danger.
I hit him once.
Boom.
Oh, he's going
Right,
down.
folks.
He's going
Welcome back. Welcome back to Playing Iron Harvest with Elliot. Now, as you can see here, this is my usual strategy here, and longtime followers of the channel will probably know this is pretty bad right now. Oh, man.
That was epic.
All right.
Though. That showdown was epic.
I like the damage stays on the field.
Yes.
Yeah.
There's a
Right.
piece of something rolling around. I guess it's whatever. There's a piece of a turbine or something rolling around on my screen here. Oh, there it is. Nice.
Oh, wow.
Fire.
Shout out to Robert. He said, lots of the design inspiration the Reddit community got already quite right. Lots of the more based on old streamlined design trains, works of Raymond Lowell, and tractors. Nice.
Very cool.
Very cool. Very cool.
What?
All right, I think this is my swan song here right now.
Elliot is doing sneaky stuff.
Yeah, I've been desperately trying to revive my my hero here, but looks like you have your bases covered, so I think that's it on my end.
Nice.
All right, it's now up to you. 3v1.
3v1. Let's do it. Carry the
Believe.
Put him on your back.
Exactly. It's all about belief. Revere airship inbound. So. Hoorah!
This is not a good sign.
The last stand.
All right, time
All right, you
to
still.
flames. Who can get the flames on? Oh, we got two of them here for the flames.
Yep.
Oh dear.
All right, you ready to do the flames? 3.
No,
two.
I don't have flames yet. I mean, you can do it just because it will take too
Do it
long.
once. Tell me when to click it.
Oh dear.
Flames inbound, y'all.
Oh.
Oh, they scorched.
Oh.
Oh, this is really a scorched earth policy now. Wow. Wow. That is Toby. Wow.
I can throw smoke grenades.
Yeah, I'll help now.
GG, everyone.
Nice one,
GG. But dude, this was already
Oh,
winter. See, one more
though.
match and
Yeah.
it was a
Well
really
played,
good match.
everybody.
Well played match. Love it. Iron Harvest Operation Eagle. The devs have done their thing once again. But very competitive. More competitive this time. And
Anytime.
a lot of fun, man. So let's talk to the people real quick. Let's talk with the Lords first. You know what I'm saying? Start with Lord Addict, man. How we feeling about the new content and just a couple of matches that you got in?
I like the ships. I think the animations for them's nice. I think they put a unique aspect to it. I didn't know you could shoot them with the cannons at first. And those cannons do a lot of damage. But by the time I figured it out, Toby done wrecked my stuff. So, you know, it is what it is. I was able to kill like 2 of his ships with just 1 cannon. I almost had that big one gone, but he kept moving and the cannon's not fast. So,
You mean the anti-tank gun, right? The small one.
Yeah,
Those are, they look weak, but they are super powerful. So having them and position them correctly, and then you can do a lot of havoc.
So it's definitely a nice aspect that the ships that the Air Forces bring in the game.
No doubt. Lord Undead, 2 matches in Operation Eagle. How we feeling, man? Undead might be muted.
Oh, there we go.
There you go.
Yeah, absolutely fantastic, and it makes me hate the fact that I gotta go out and do stuff and not sit here and play,
And play it all
more of
day.
the Usonia. Yeah, and play more of the Usonia campaign because that's really brilliant. And who just before I dip out here, I just want to tip my hat to whoever the cheeky person is that does the script writing for the campaign, because the Usonia campaign had me laughing a lot so far with some of the little jabs, so to speak. It's really good.
Oh, wonderful. I'll be sure to pass that on to the writers.
No doubt. Lord, no TV, PD, 2 matches, new content, new DLC. How we feeling about the new content, man?
I'm really loving this. This is so much fun. You know, it really brings me back, and being able to play this and the upgraded version of I shouldn't say upgraded, the changes that they've produced with the expansion or patch, whatever you wish to call it. It's beautiful. I love how the airships give this whole new depth to everything. I really like it.
No doubt, man. Absolute pleasure. And of course, the Iron Doc. Let's talk to him, man. You guys got it out. The content is available. How you feeling as a studio as this thing is finally out to the public?
Yeah, it's a big relief, and it's even more a big relief to see that actually people like it. You know, and yeah, again, it's the excitement for me is to see how the community will take it and run with it, as always, because it takes us time to produce more content. So it's kind of on them to, surprise us with the new ways that they play, and we'll adapt to that as always.
You should totally have an armored unit that's a mech that just shoots harpoons at air units, and they can't leave until they're destroyed.
Let's be like the Moby Dick with the harpoon. You know?
Absolutely.
Ahab, sorry, we'll call it Ahab.
Ahab, there we go. Again, that was a community manager at Cuff Media. Salute, and of course, always a pleasure giving us the background, the details, the nuances. Senior designer at King R Games, my man Lord Elliott, man. It's out now, Operation Eagle. Can you breathe easy? Are you happy now that the fans are going to get to enjoy this great creation you guys put out?
Yeah, I think I speak for both myself and everybody that we're incredibly thrilled and relieved to have this thing out and for everybody to play it. But obviously, no rest for the wicked. We still have, of course, the console versions, which are going to be probably up next. Hopefully, we'll have more information about that in due course. And yeah, so then heads down, eyes forward, and we will see what comes after this.
No doubt, keep trudging along. Our console brothers are very excited. They're salivating. They cannot wait to play this thing. They're super excited. And of course, the legendary, greatest bending game, my man, who I missed seeing in person, Lord Toby, Sir Toby, PR manager, Warhorse Studios, my friend. How you doing? This thing is out. It looks great. Plays great. How are we feeling, sir?
I'm feeling really good, especially if you consider... So the story with me is a little bit tricky, you know. I'm the PR manager at Warhorse Studios, but Warhorse is part of Koch Media, which is a big publisher, and I'm helping out Koch Media with other projects. And Iron Harvest was my first project that was not connected to Warhorse Studios. So for me, of course, I treated it as mine, as my baby. I adopted it, so to speak. And I love it. I'm with the team now with King Art for almost, it's almost two years already working on Iron Harvest. And it's cool. It's really cool that, and like personal relief that everything went smooth. The game is out, people like it, people buy it, there's new content coming, there's the community that is really engaged. There's still interest by media, by you guys, by general content creators, so that's a very good thing. And since we are here already in this very nice round, I would also like to tell you that Koch Media, since we are now talking among friends, right?
Yes.
Koch Media is planning something very big, very, very big in the mid of June, and you guys should definitely be on the lookout. Maybe there's probably a lot of stuff for you to talk about on the Iron Lord podcast.
Oh,
so
I can't wait.
Mid-June, there's huge things coming. And you know, it's June starts next week. So
Yes, and we're coming across E3 week, so we will definitely be.
There will be news coming.
Next month is going to be so packed, man.
Toby is hinting things, and I like when Toby hints things.
Yeah. You should. That would be huge, guys.
Right.
Mark my words.
I'm excited. I'm gonna be tuning in to see
Maybe
what
you
you guys
invite
got
me again. Maybe you then invite me to the podcast again.
You will be back. You know that. The schedule's a little bit crazy because you know we'll have you back.
Can't get rid of me.
Of course, now you're friends. You're friend to the realm. always show tremendous love. And last question, all right, chat. I'll give you this last choice. They can't. These are the console guys. They can't get enough. The question is, they want to know if, shout out to Darklight, if when it does come to console, is it coming to Game Pass? I know you can't answer, but I had to put it out there.
Well, I can tell you that I love Game Pass, and I would love to have games as many as possible there, because I think it's a great thing. However, it's too early to know. There's a lot of deals that has to be made and so on. We cannot promise anything that eventually won't happen, or the other way around. So again, King Art Games and Koch Media, but King Art Games a little bit more is very communicative. So if there's news, you will definitely know about them, and the easiest way would be Twitter, I guess.
Exactly. Follow them at King Art Games, Koch Media, all that good stuff. Again,
Exactly.
Iron Harvest, Operation Eagle, right now, PC, Steam, Epic Game Store, GOG just dropped May 27th. Please check it out, enjoy it. Great game, great community, and of course, stay tuned to their account. They may have some announcements coming on, and Toby may have to come back and discuss that with us. I
hope. I really hope.
No doubt. We are signing out. Everybody, enjoy your Saturday. This was a lot of fun. Again, Iron Lord salute. King Art Games, thank you so much. This was a lot of fun, as always.
Sweet pleasure.
Have a good one. Peace.
Thank you
Take
very
care,
much.
everybody. See ya.